Hello and welcome to another episode of the Live More, Leave Your Mark Total Retirement Game Plan channel. I feel like we've got a nice, fun little episode that we're going to roll through, and I hope you really enjoy. Remember, if you haven't subscribed yet, make sure to subscribe. Give us some feedback, some commentary, anything you'd love to learn about, let us know, and we'll put some more stuff out in the future for you. So today, we are going to run through a scenario that was sent in to us. We've got a couple, all right? Male, age 62, female, age 60. This couple has about $1.5 million, and they are hoping to spend about $100,000 per year in retirement for taxes, expenses, living, all of those things. And so today we're going to run through and see, all right, is this possible for this couple? What are some things that they should be considering as they approach that retirement date? So let's talk through this couple's scenario. Now, they've got about $800,000 saved in 401k funds. They've got about $300,000 saved in their IRAs, right? And then they've got about $400,000 in a brokerage account. Now remember, they're hoping to sustain and have income of about $100,000 a year in retirement. This is a common goal for many retirees, so let's go through and discuss how they could do this and some things that should be considered. Now, one rule you may be familiar with to help estimate how much you can withdraw from your portfolio in retirement is called the 4% rule, a safe withdrawal rate. This couple, again, has $1.5 million in total assets. Using the 4% rule, we would take that, times it by 4%, which is going to give us $60,000 a year that this couple could safely withdraw from this portfolio and have the hope of not running out of these funds in the future. $60,000, that's $40,000 short of their income goal. One of the things we haven't considered yet is, well, when do they draw Social Security? Right? Social Security is going to be a way that they can potentially meet this goal of $100,000. So how do we fill this income gap that they have? I think one of the first things that this couple kind of needs to figure out is, okay, when it comes to drawing Social Security, the husband in this scenario is 62, so he is eligible if he wants to draw. The wife is not yet eligible. She's age 60. Again, remember the earliest you can draw is age 62. Depending on your date of birth, age 67 or maybe a little bit before that is full retirement age to get the full Social Security benefit. And then if we delay, every year we delay, that Social Security benefit goes up by 8%. So that's going to be a big thing this couple is going to need to consider on how they bridge that gap that they've got in income. Now they've got to figure out, okay, before they draw Social Security, again, $60,000 is what we can expect using the safe withdrawal rate, right, of 4%. How do they come up with that other $40,000 until they do start drawing Social Security? Now, of course, they've got $400,000 sitting in that brokerage account. That could be a tax-efficient way to withdraw some of those funds up until Social Security to minimize their taxes during that time period. One of the things we've got to consider is, what are they doing for healthcare at this point in time? Are they going to the marketplace? Do they have coverage through work? And if we use it the right way, we may be able to get some of our medical coverage subsidized up until age 65, depending on how much income they're drawing and showing. The next thing is to discuss, okay, how do we start making withdrawals from 401k, IRA, and brokerage account to do this in a tax-efficient manner? Anything that they draw out of the 401k and the IRA, we know that's going to be fully taxable to them upon withdrawal. So some people may want to delay that for later years because they know required minimum distributions are coming. Others may want to look at doing Roth conversion strategies, right? Paying the taxes now while they're in a lower tax bracket, letting that money grow in the Roth tax-free going forward. And remember, if you have a Roth IRA, you're not subject to a required minimum distribution. So down the road, you don't have to withdraw from it. Obviously, you can if you want to, and any withdrawal is tax-free, but it's also money that could go to your beneficiaries tax-free. The next thing this couple kind of needs to evaluate, and we already kind of hit on this a little bit, is one, kind of evaluating their longevity, right? If they're going to live 25, 30, 35 years in retirement, we got to factor in inflation, the cost of living going up. The other thing we've got to discuss, right, is healthcare. Once they get to Medicare age, what are going to be the right options? And Medicare is not going to cover everything. So do we want to go out there and purchase protection from long-term healthcare risk? You could purchase traditional insurance, you could self-insure, you could use asset-based protections against that. So a few options to consider when it comes to long-term healthcare as well. So here's the burning question for this couple. Can this couple retire? Can their portfolio produce $100,000 a year? On $1.5 million alone, it may be really tough, right? It could risk running out of money down the road. But when you factor in Social Security and the optimal time for them to draw, adding in what they can withdraw from their portfolio, I believe this couple has a very realistic chance of being able to get the lifestyle they want, generate the income they want in retirement, and do so comfortably going forward. So great news for this couple. I believe they could do it. One thing I would always recommend is make sure you have a comprehensive, detailed, tailored plan for your situation. Obviously, today we didn't go into specific strategies, but what accounts are we going to pull from? When do we want to start Social Security? And folks, everybody's situation is going to be different. Some people have a lot of longevity and they want to plan for that. They want to know they're not going to run out of money. Others may have some health issues or concerns that they want to plan for those long-term care things. So working with a financial professional, I think, benefits everybody in this situation. If you have questions, feel free to reach out to our team here at Left Tackle. We love helping people live more, leave their mark. We really enjoy showing up for people. Subscribe to our videos again. If you haven't already, leave us some comments, give us some feedback, see what other things you would like us to talk about, and we'll try and schedule those in down the road. It's been great seeing you. Go out there, live more, leave your mark. Thanks for joining our Total Retirement Game Plan channel.